Hey there, marketers. You're listening to the Son of a Pitch podcast, where modern marketing strategy is broken down into clear, practical ideas you can actually use. I'm your host today, Kenneth. Today, we're shifting deeper into association marketing intelligence because most associations are not suffering from a lack of data. They're suffering from a lack of clarity. Dashboards are full, reports are being generated, metrics are being reviewed, yet many leadership teams still struggle to answer a simple question. Is our marketing actually helping us grow? This episode is brought to you by Pitch Cloud, the creative studio helping organizations communicate with clarity through strategy, video, and design. Learn more at pitchcloudmanagement.com. Let's get into it. Most association marketing reports are built around activity. Things like website traffic, email opens, social media impressions, follower growth, or even video views. None of these metrics are inherently bad. The problem is that activity doesn't automatically equal impact. An organization can generate more traffic, more engagement, or even more impressions, while membership growth remains completely flat. That disconnect is where many organizations get stuck because leadership doesn't really want activity. They want outcomes. One of the most useful distinctions associations can make in understanding the difference between activity metrics and outcome metrics is this. Activity metrics tell you what happened. Outcome metrics tell you what changed because it happened. For example, a webinar receives 50 registrations. That's activity. But how many attendees became subscribers, became members, attended another event, or even renewed membership? That's outcome. The goal isn't measuring everything. The goal is measuring what moves people closer to membership and engagement. If I were evaluating an association's growth system, there are 5 metrics I'd want to see immediately. That's their membership growth rate, not total members, the growth rate. How quickly is membership increasing, decreasing, or stagnating? Then I would want to look at their renewal rate. This tells me whether members are continuing to see value. Retention is often one of the clearest indicators of organizational health. Next, I would look at the member engagement rate. How often are members participating? How often are they going to events? How often are they consuming your content and engaging with it, or engaging in your communities, or volunteering for opportunities? Engagement predicts retention. Then I would look at the membership conversion rate. Of all the people interacting with your organization, how many actually become members? This is one of the most overlooked metrics in associations. And last, I take a look at the first year retention. Many organizations track overall retention. Fewer track retention specifically among new members, and that's where some of the most valuable insights live. There's another metric that rarely appears on dashboards, and it's one of the most important: time to value. How quickly does a new member experience meaningful value after joining? Days, weeks, months? The longer that timeline becomes, the greater the risk of disengagement. Now, remember what we discussed in earlier episodes. Retention often starts during the first 30 days. Time to value directly influences whether members continue engaging. Instead of asking, how many impressions did we get? Leaders should be asking, which channels generate future members? Which experiences drive retention? Which content predicts engagement? Which audiences convert best? Which members are becoming less active? Those questions move organizations from reporting into intelligence. And intelligence is where growth decisions become more effective. The purpose of analytics isn't to create prettier dashboards. The purpose is to improve decisions. Good metrics help organizations allocate resources better, improve member experiences, identify risks earlier, grow more predictability. The dashboard itself isn't the goal. Better decisions are. If there's one idea to leave with today, it's this. The best marketing metrics aren't the ones that generate the most numbers. They're the ones that explain growth. That wraps up today's episode of Son of a Pitch. If this episode made you rethink the metrics your organization is tracking, share it with someone working in association marketing, membership, or leadership. Next week, we're exploring why many association dashboards can actually be misleading and how to build reporting that drives smarter decisions. For more strategy and creative support, visit pitchcloudmanagement.com. See you next week.